Moneyball features a stellar cast and a relatable subject matter. But does this film knock it out of the park? Or does it strike out with runners in scoring position? Ah, baseball metaphors. Find out right now on Movieology. Based on a true story, Moneyball is a movie for anybody who has ever dreamed of taking on the system. Billy Beane is the general manager of the Oakland A's and the guy who assembles the team when he has an epiphany. All of baseball's conventional wisdom is wrong. Forced to reinvent his team on a tight budget, Beane will have to outsmart the richer clubs. The one-time jock teams with Ivy League grad Peter Brand in an unlikely partnership, recruiting bargain players that the scouts called flawed, but all of whom have the ability to get on base, score runs, and win games. It's more than baseball, it's a revolution, one that challenges old school traditions and puts Beane in the crosshairs of those who say he's tearing out the heart and soul of the game. Moneyball stars Brad Pitt, Jonah Hill, and Philip Seymour Hoffman. It was directed by Bennett Miller. Welcome to Movieology, your ticket to engaging the spectacular world of film from the bedrock of biblical truth. I'm your host, Stuart Adams. Let's do this thing. Moneyball is an excellent movie. It has many similarities to David Fincher's celebrated film from last year, The Social Network. The score and tonal qualities are similar, and both stories are based on true events that occurred in recent memory. Moneyball follows the Oakland A's in 2002 and their unlikely streak that broke the American League record for the most consecutive wins. Movies based on recent events can be hit or miss, but with Moneyball, the actual events were well supported by the writing, acting, and drama. Basically, it didn't depend on the popularity of a headline to make itself interesting and worthwhile. At its core, Moneyball is the classic David versus Goliath story where the underdog is forced to take on the giant ball clubs with much larger payroll budgets and therefore much more expensive players. On top of that, when the A's do happen to scout a new talent who turns out to be a great player, they suddenly can't afford to pay that player anymore and he is picked up by a richer baseball team. This system effectively turns the little guy into a farm team for clubs like the New York Yankees, and removes all but a small chance for the A's to have a championship season. Billy Beane aims to change all that. Using a formula and statistical data, Beane and Brand put together a team of misfits and underappreciated players. Things like the awkward appearance of a player's throw or the fact that he may not be a great fielder take back seat to the player's on-base percentages, number of times walked, etc. Throwing all known baseball scouting conventions out the window, Moneyball presents a strong message of doing your best with what you are given, which is reminiscent of the parable of the talents found in Matthew 25. Other than a very awkward statement by a player to Beane telling him that he will be praying for his family, the film has no overt references to religion. Yet, the messages are all consistent with a biblical worldview. Divorced, Beane has a 12-year-old daughter that he works hard at maintaining a relationship with and ultimately chooses to invest in things that matter rather than his own personal success. The same is true with the players he interacts with, as Beane would intentionally avoid relationships with the guys that he may one day have to fire. In the end, he learns that getting to know the players not only provides valuable friendships, but also gave them confidence that their general manager supported them. American Vision is dedicated to restoring America's biblical foundation. They have invaluable resources for history, apologetics, eschatology, and worldview studies. As a Movieology fan, you are treated to 10% off all purchases at AmericanVision.com when you use the coupon code Hollywood at checkout. American Vision is the ministry that will help you understand the world you live in, so check them out at AmericanVision.com. Moneyball is a timely addition to the box office, as so many in our society want to take the easy way out when faced with what seems like insurmountable opposition. Handouts and what somebody else can do for me seems to be at the forefront of America's political ideology. It's refreshing to see a film that encourages us to do hard things, be innovative and proactive in our endeavors, whether they be professional or spiritual. I give Moneyball 4.5 stars for being a very well-made and entertaining film that also presents a fantastic example of a biblical worldview that is especially relevant in our culture today. Remember to watch more movie reviews at Movieology.tv. You can also find us at iTunes, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and in your inbox with a free e-newsletter. If you want to write us, you can do so at info@Movieology.tv. I'm Stuart Adams. Thanks for watching. It's refreshing to see a film that encourages us to be Stuart Adams. Without further ado, let's do this thing. At its core, I can't do it. Twitter and in your inbox with a free new newsletter. Yeah. Not have a great. I don't know where that came from. I apologize profusely. I give Moneyball 4.5 stars for being a very well-made film. I need to take a nap. I think I'll just take a nap. Would you guys love to see me take a nap? Forget this review, just watch me take a nap. I like this idea. How's this not a bad idea? Well, yeah, I do feel like I need to just go into a coma for a week. That's what we need to do, is invent something that safely puts you into a coma and then takes you out of a coma, but put it on a consumer level, over the counter.